Yes. We're live. How is everybody? Oh my goodness. Okay. Big news today. Ghislaine Maxwell's on trial. We've got live updates happening in text because it's not being covered in video. So just to catch you all up, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try my best to keep us updated with the trial through the New York Times. So special shout out to the New York Times, who has a reporter there updating shit in text live onto their website. So anybody else who wants to follow along, the NewYorkTimes.com, it's right here. The Ghislaine Maxwell trial. After last minute jury issues, Ghislaine Maxwell's trial is set to begin, says the article. Miss Maxwell is charged with trafficking women and girls for her longtime partner, Jeffrey Epstein, the disgraced financier who died in prison in 2019. Here's what you need to know. Issues were raised by two jurors briefly delaying the opening statements in Ghislaine Maxwell's trial. So jurors raised some issues and it halted opening statements. Ghislaine Maxwell's trial is set to begin in Manhattan, in New York. Who is Ghislaine Maxwell? Yeah. Here are the charges Ghislaine Maxwell faces. Let's read her charges real quick. Ghislaine Maxwell faces 6 counts in her federal trial, which relate to accusations that she facilitated the sexual exploitation of girls for her longtime companion, the disgraced financier and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The 6 counts center on the accounts of 4 accusers. The charges include 1 count of enticement of a minor to travel to engage in illegal sex acts, in which Miss Maxwell is accused of coercing one girl, identified as minor victim 1, in charging documents to travel from Florida to New York between 1994 and 1997 to engage in sex acts with Mr. Epstein. Mr. Epstein's fucking... Jeffrey Epstein's fucking madam, if you will. A villain. 1 count of transportation of a minor with intention to engage in sexual acts. 1 count of sex trafficking of a minor. 3 counts of conspiracy. She could face a lengthy prison term if convicted. Conspiracy to commit sex trafficking of minors carries a maximum of a 40-year sentence. The other charges have maximum penalties of 5 or 10 years. I think she's going to probably make a plea deal. Let's see where we're at here. Let's go back a little bit. Issues raised by 2 jurors briefly delayed opening statements in Ghislaine Maxwell's trial. After a 2-hour delay, a jury has been sworn in for Ghislaine Maxwell's trial in downtown Manhattan, and opening statements are set to begin after lunch. 11th hour juror conflicts delayed the start of the trial. Sorry, good lord. As 2 members of the panel raised scheduling and work-related issues. Okay, so they're having scheduling issues with the jurors. That's fucking kind of classic New York. All right, hello, gang. We are live.
What's up, buddy?
Oh,
how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Hi.
We seems like we don't have any murkies rolling in yet. Hopefully the notifications went out that I'm live. I got a feeling it didn't. But
it's on my phone.
On mine.
Oh, okay. Well, I just read some of the live updates. Again, we've got these live updates going on. What we've got going on in the Ghislaine Maxwell trial is that there was a delay on opening statements because of a jury scheduling conflict. Oh, cool. Brinrar got a notification, good. But that's see, around 10 a.m., Judge Allison J. Nathan read out 18 numbers of potential jurors from a whittled down pool culled from 231 candidates over several days of selection, and seated the jury. The anonymous jurors, including 6 alternates, were sent out of the courtroom. Opening arguments seemed to be about to begin. But about 20 minutes later, Judge Nathan told the courtroom that one juror's employer had told the juror it might not pay a salary during the expected 6-week trial. Another juror's spouse had booked a surprise trip over the Christmas holiday, which would interfere with the 2 days of trial. Balking by jurors late in the game is not uncommon, but neither is last-minute juror wrangling. Shortly before noon, Judge Nathan told the courtroom she had spoken with the first juror's employer and had urged the employer to reconsider the leave policy, and she was giving the employer 10 minutes to figure it out. That stretched it into the next hour as Judge Nathan continued ex parte negotiations with the employer. At around 12:15, she asked the prosecutors and the defense if they wanted to dismiss the juror or name an additional alternate from the remaining prospective jurors left in the pool, who were waiting elsewhere in a federal courthouse. The decision was made to wait. As for the juror with the surprise vacation, Judge Nathan said she planned to keep that person on the jury. At around 12:35, Judge Nathan said the employer issue had been resolved. So that's where we're at. We got some jury nonsense happening. We got one juror who's like, look, my husband booked a vacation and I'm trying to get out of here. I'm not trying to be here for this. As long as it's wrapped up before Christmas. And they're like, the fuck? No, you will be here for fucking what? I can imagine being the judge dealing with the Manhattan motherfucker who's like, well, I'm going to fucking the Hamptons for Christmas, dude.
That's just funny.
It's like, dude, you waited this long to tell us that shit? Well, I didn't know. It was a surprise vacation. Surprise vacation from a dude in Manhattan. Bullshit. Surprise vacation. Or a woman in Manhattan. Whoever the fuck. That's crazy. Well, I hope something fucking goes down because we need I want any details on some opening statements. I want to know what the prosecution has to say. I want to know if they're going to release these fucking names. I want to know if they're going to release the names. Are we going to see like all of our celebrity fucking heroes like trashed?
That's what I said, but Debbie said that they're not airing anything. Like, we're not going to know shit.
They're not airing shit. What I have right now is the only live coverage of it I could really find, and that's from the New York Times, who's updating an article live on the internet. Because they have a motherfucker there, I guess, tweeting. I don't know what's going on. But motherfuckers are updating the article from the fucking courtroom. So
I said that earlier. Is she going to sing like a canary or take it on the chin?
Man.
I'm very curious to know that.
Well, I hear she's trying to cut a deal. I can't believe there wasn't already a deal, like, figured out. I thought she would have for sure cut a deal or something.
Huh.
But, I don't know. Keep updating this motherfucker. Epstein's shadow looms. Understand the trial. Let's see here. What do we have under understand the trial? What? No.
Wow.
I've reached my limit of free articles. I gotta get that New York Times subscription, it looks like, baby.
Yeah.
Updated 3 minutes ago. What do we got? With an opening statement from the prosecution after resolving some last-minute issues involving two jurors, Miss Maxwell, 59, the daughter of a British media mogul and once a fixture in New York City's social scene, faces 6 counts stemming from what prosecutors say was her role in facilitating the sexual exploitation and abuse of teenage girls and young women by Jeffrey Epstein, her longtime companion. The prosecutors said in the opening statement, Miss Maxwell assisted, facilitated, and contributed to Mr. Epstein's crimes by helping him recruit, groom, and abuse girls who were under 18. Yeah. So we got our opening statements, it looks like, even in death. Do we have anything? The jury will learn about the details of Mr. Epstein's household and also about psychological terms like grooming, which is used to describe deliberate efforts made to make somebody, in this case young girls, susceptible to abuse. So they're also trying to get her and express to the jury that Ghislaine was participating in grooming. You know what I mean? So it sounds like this prosecution's got it ready to go. You know what I mean?
Down at the bottom there, it said that the jury, yeah, right there, will probably learn identities of other people who are referred to.
identity of other, who federal prosecutors say conspired with Miss Maxwell and Mr. Epstein in the sex trafficking ring. Pre-trial filings show they may learn of influential men whom Miss Maxwell offered to set up on dates with young women, and others with whom Miss Maxwell and Mr. Epstein socialized. So they were pimping these girls out.
Mm-hmm.
To the rich and famous of Hollywood, and kind of building a black book of fucking secrets.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm so curious. I also kind of like don't want to know.
Same.
You know?
Same is what I'm saying. I don't want to. I do want to know for.
I was like, what?
Yeah, like where I want to know for me, but I'm pretty fucking scared too. You know, like pretty fucking spooked to find out what's gonna happen.
What were you gonna say, Debbie? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
Debbie.
Special guest should be better now. Hopefully, my mic. I'm also kind of away from the mic. I'm not writing it like I normally do.
A little bit of noise in the background.
You're good. But man,
It's my daughter playing her music.
but yeah, the influential men. I want to know. I look. We got some names we already know, and some names we suspect, and some names I've seen on what I'm pretty sure.
Okay, what are the alleged names? I mean, I saw pictures of like Trump.
Well, see, I had seen a bunch of photos of shit, but here's kind of my main sketchy fucking connection, right? Look, Tom Hanks moved to Greece, and I'm pretty sure I saw Tom Hanks' name on that shit.
No, don't do that to me,
man. Why else would you, like he didn't move to Greece because he's proud of his wife's heritage.
Kevin Spacey, like I can't take it anymore. I loved him so freaking much.
It's everyone.
Yeah.
So
and then I'm like, wow.
If you wanted to be famous, you had to do it.
Dude, I'm I thought I saw Justin fucking Roiland's name in his black book. The young man who made Rick and Morty. Like, the fuck?
There's a video out there of Donald Trump and Epstein at the Mar-a-Lago at a party. And Donald Trump's telling Epstein that he likes him as a friend because he likes young girls just like he does.
Then there's a Howard Stern interview where he kind of says a different thing, where he's like, that Epstein likes young girls. It's like, I'm not a little younger than I like, but you know, like, I don't know. It's too tongue-in-cheek and too fucking sketchy. Everybody fucking knew about it. Kind of like Weinstein. Everybody knew there were these sketchy fucking trafficking ass pigs out there. And just let that shit happen. Let themselves get involved with it too. Like, we know, I mean, Bill Clinton's on that log. He was one of the first people that started this whole fucking conspiracy with Epstein. It's why is he on that fucking plane? Why is he on a plane known as the Lolita Express? Yeah.
It was only so many times, and it turned out to be 26 or 27 or something like that.
Exactly.
Some of those defenses are like, all right, well, if I brought him 2 or 3 girls, allegedly, then he would leave me alone.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like, dude, yeah. No. You're fucking...
I'm sorry, do you want to walk back on that property? No. Like, can you call the cop? But then again, I don't know. I don't know what that world is like, so I can't imagine the psychology behind it.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, yeah, no, bye. Like, I would never go back there ever again.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest deal is, like, how normalized this shit was to Hollywood.
But a lot of it started in Florida, too, right? Like, the girls.
Yeah.
He had a house in Florida. I know that.
Just Pink says Billy Jeff, too. The fuck is Billy Jeff?
I don't know.
Prince Andrew was denying going to a certain place where that girl was.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody else has just come forward, some actress has just come forward and said that he was there because she saw him there, and she was surprised to see that there was a prince there.
Phew. Now I know Prince Andrew's involved in this shit. It just, I mean, look, he's one of the worst public speakers that family has ever produced. And
Yeah.
that interview where he just stumbles, like, yeah, he's guilty as fuck. Like,
Wait, Courtney Love. You know, now I'm thinking about everybody that mysteriously died.
yeah, it does. Yeah, see, Courtney Love. There's
What was that girl's name? That blonde girl that had the baby Danny Lynn.
wait, what? You talking about Britney Spears?
No, she died.
Oh, what?
She was a playmate. Anna Nicole or something.
Oh, Anna Nicole Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
she might
I
be.
don't know,
Okay, she probably.
my
could have been.
mind's going now. I'm thinking, what the fuck? Because all these people just mysteriously die.
Yeah. Dude had a fucking temple on the fucking island. Like he had his own little synagogue there, and it was fucking crazy. Like people were going to that island to get away with fucking anything. Like, and that's. It's disgusting. We're gonna get to see who exactly is fucking compromisable and who's been compromised, and
And the people that worked there
yeah,
did not talk.
good lord,
The place was cameraed up as well. The whole island, all the rooms, the toilets, the bathrooms, everything.
yeah,
Everything was cameraed.
yeah,
Damn it. I didn't know that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Ugh.
They
Yeah.
took tons and tons of video footage and computers and God knows what out of there.
yeah. Did you see the fucking portraits that Epstein had of like
Yeah.
Bush Jr. knocking over some like
Clinton,
blocks like they're the Twin Towers with some planes, and like Bill Clinton in a dress or some shit.
Yeah. I was going to say about the Clinton ones.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
There's some straight, yeah. Brynrar says, I really want them to catch Prince Andrew. He's creepy, but I mean, that's the thing about catching a sovereign royal. I mean, they've caught him.
Yeah.
What do you do now? I mean, his mom's not going to do shit. I don't think that's her favorite
It's
son.
crazy because nobody can get close to him while he's hiding around the Queen because
That's her
he can't
favorite.
be arrested. He can't be arrested from Buckingham Palace, and he can't be arrested if he's with the Queen
Yeah.
because nobody can approach her.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody could. Yeah. She has to. That's right. Yeah. He can't. Fuck.
Nobody can get past all the security to get to her in the first place.
I still can't believe the
To get
weasel-ass
in.
move he pulled to buying his mama a new fucking dog after his dad dies. Like, Prince Philip passes away and he buys her gets her a new dog. But she has been, like, not getting new dogs because she knows she's gonna die. So she's like, I'm not trying to have more dogs. But he fucking did it anyway.
I kind of feel sorry for the Queen because
Yeah.
I think she has actually been a good Queen, and
Same.
she's very old-fashioned and set in her ways, and
Yeah.
like, I think she's done the country a lot of good.
Yes.
And Andrew's come along and kind of like made a complete shambles of the whole royal family.
He's really been the worst PR thing for them in my lifetime. You know what I mean? I know there's been worse things that have happened probably to Elizabeth II, like through her reign. But in my lifetime, the worst thing that seemed to have happened is like Diana 1, Prince Andrew 2. like Harry leaving way down the line.
No
Like-
way you're gonna convince me that she
Yeah,
acts on it.
I actually loved Lady Di. I
Yeah.
think she was an incredible person, and she was totally amazing. And I cried when she died.
Yeah.
I actually
My
cried.
mother did.
Um,
My mother did too. I was young, but
That poor woman.
the world loved
when
her.
I found out what Ghislaine Maxwell was bullying her.
I believe that. She was a bully. Ghislaine Maxwell was a bully to die. That fucking sounds about right too.
She was bullying her to the point where Lady Di actually broke down in tears.
God damn.
About the way she dressed and looked flumpy and just to say a whole load of horrible things about her.
Yeah.
Not even to mention the fact that her husband was sleeping with her sister the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
That is like...
And then there's also a picture of Epstein and Maxwell sitting in the Queen's throne.
Ooh, I've seen that actually. I've seen that photo. Yeah, of Epstein and Maxwell sitting on the throne on Philip and Elizabeth's thrones.
Both sitting there like Lady Muck.
Oh man, I'd be just I feel the same way you do, Deb. Though, like Elizabeth II, someone I've always respected. I really admire her history. If you read any biography on Elizabeth II, it's an incredible story. She's an incredible person, and it really sucks that one of her kids is such a shitheel. And Charles has done things too. All of her kids have been a little bit, except for what's his name, the one that looks the most like fucking Philip.
The most educated person in history.
She is, and she went out and did a lot of her, her education. She got fucking in the real. You know what I mean? Like with the crown on her fucking head, she sought out tutors.
Well.
Yeah. My favorite story of Elizabeth II, though, while I'm kind of fangirling about the Queen, right, is she had the Saudi crown prince, and the women aren't allowed to drive in Saudi at the time. I think they are now, but. So Elizabeth, she's like, we'll talk, but we're going to go on a drive. And then she hops in the driver's seat and just fucking hauls ass in like a military rig, like all through fucking, like freaks the dude out. Like, and this is her at an old age, I fucks with her. I like her a lot. But her son, man, that dude's trouble. Prince Andrew is trouble. Prince Philip was trouble, but he seemed to really he's done more, royal engagements and things for the crown than any other consort in British history.
I think when she's gone, Charles is not going to come anywhere close. Like.
No, I don't think Charlie could go anywhere near where the shit Philip or Elizabeth have fucking accomplished. She can't now because Elizabeth's had that crown young, so.
Yeah.
What do you get? There's no way to follow that. It's like following Cher on stage. What do you fucking do? She might come back halfway through your set. You don't know. Like, they might find a way to resurrect Elizabeth II. Say we need more of her. Fuck it. But. British history is cool. It's one of those old establishments too, where it's like if you understand enough about the governance of the UK, Deb, I'm sure you can express this a little better than I can. You understand that there's some separation between what Parliament does and what the Crown does.
Mm-hmm.
You have a ceremonial kind of head of culture position and like commander-in-chief position, but then you also have the governance, which is elected. You vote for that. And there's a lot of conspiracy that happens that seems to go right to Parliament and not have nothing to do with the fucking crown. But then you have things like Epstein where it's like, this is at the heart of that family, And what do you fucking do? You have an infrastructure built motherfuckers like that. What I have way guys over here. I've got acted, but got them.
Wait, I thought we saw them. Where?
Yeah, been on them here. Pages on. Allison Brown. Hold up. gonna see if I couldn't find a. I want to find the handwritten one because yeah, see, there's some here that are like they jump right over some shit, and I know there's some names on her. Well, there's Naomi Campbell. Then you have people using assumed
I
names.
did see Naomi in there, but I wasn't sure if she was like meant to be anything like Maxwell or whether
Mini
she
Driver.
was maybe an abused.
I think Naomi Campbell was just getting down with them. I think she just gets down with those kinds of parties, you know? It's the girlfriend of a man who
Possible.
touched children and abused them. She got him and kept all quiet and property where he'd bring these girls from. She just went. Oh, what are we talking about, Brenda?
Oh, she's just telling Christy. Christy was like, "Oh, can I have a synopsis?"
Oh, yeah.
It's just a lot.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna kind of creep through these the logs here. I didn't realize I had as many names not redacted as we had.
I want to see too.
Got the Forbes, motherfucking bunch of Forbes family people.
I mean, not all of them is probably like related though. Some of it is probably just parties and.
Oh yeah. Well, different shits. Yeah.
With that many people, like either that or those people just turned them down, said no, and turned a blind eye to it. Which shame on them. But
yeah,
like Mini Driver, I cannot picture her.
Mini Driver.
Yeah, she's on there.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like, she's
mean,
not playing shenanigans.
Maybe her husband does, and she's cool with it for the clout. You know, these Hollywood types, like they. You know, if you think you're making a move up in networking, you'll network however the fuck you network. Like, if that means you get wet at an orgy, then you get wet at an orgy. If it's maybe, yeah, like you said, some of these are maybe just genuine vacations, you know? Mm-hmm. Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, don't do it to me.
Sorry. Dustin Hoffman.
No. Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Right there. Yep. And Hetty.
I know. I'm just being...
Anthony Hill. Yeah. There's buggers on this.
I love Dustin Hoffman. No, there's no way.
Yep. He's on there. He went there. He went to that island.
Yeah, for dinner. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I thought that was Robert Durst, but it's Robert Hurst. I was like, okay.
I wonder how many people are going to get subpoenaed.
Dude, so many. Here's Mick Jagger. I don't think any of us are surprised by Mick Jagger on this list, though, right? That's Michael Jackson. Do you see that? This page I'm on?
I'm trying. You better shut your dirty mouth. Or maybe it's a different... Yeah.
A different Michael Jackson? It's a different Michael Jackson?
A clone.
A name above Mick Jagger? Maybe.
Come on.
Maybe. Probably not.
It's a common name.
Here's just someone named Jake, and it's definitely not me.
He's there. He's still alive.
No.
Oh, John. Yeah. Hold on. Tim Jeffries. Ah.
What?
Nancy and Andrew Jarecki, the fucking film directors.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, they made they made the Jinx on HBO, the Robert Durst expose.
Weren't both the Clintons meant to be on there as well?
Kennedy's.
Yeah. Here's Ted Kennedy, Senator Edward Kennedy, Bobby and Mary Kennedy, Ethel Kennedy. Andrew and Carrie Kennedy Cuomo. Yeah. The whole Kennedy clan meets up there. It looks like the whole like New York chunk of the Kennedy. Like the ones that drip down.
David sounds familiar. Who's that?
David Lambert?
No, Koch.
Oh yeah, David Koch, I believe is how you say it, right?
Oh.
He's one of the Koch brothers, right?
I don't know, but it sounds familiar.
Famous dude, or rich dude. Carolyn Lang,
Oh, I see it.
Anna Kravitz. No, not the Kravitzes.
Oh,
Not the
Could be-
Kravitzes.
it could be a different one.
A different Kravitz? No, they're all related. The Kravitzes are Jewish.
Stop it.
There's one Kravitz. Oh man. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's ruin everyone's childhoods. There's Courtney Love circled. Like she's a problem. Like this is circled so we don't do it again. Like we gave Courtney Love a whole bunch of free trips, it looks like. We're done with that. That's crazy.
My Aunt Lindsay Lohan on here.
You got Lindsay Lohan on here?
I said, why isn't she?
Oh. Say, yeah, I mean, she
That
flew
was
under a
not
different name. She's like, I wanted to I'm Lindsay Lowe. I bet you most of these other names are fucking fake ass names. You know what I mean? Like this is just, or someone's real name. Even though there are people on here flying as Big Homie and Jake. Like the fuck?
Big homie.
Miss Lucy Manners. Peter Mandelson. Yeah. Sean Mahoney. This is fucking so
That is
crazy.
completely blacked out. Who is that? I need to know.
Who, where, what? At the top here? Oh, you know this is someone fucking juicy? Let's see, they're in the M's, so
Yeah.
we know a little bit. They're an M.A. name.
M.A. Damn.
Jay-Z, Aerosmith, Seth Green, Victor Salva, Jeepers Creepers, Director Noja, yeah, on and on. Exactly, Jay. Exactly, Prince Andrew, Bill, Hillary, yeah. I had heard Jay-Z, but yeah. Here's what we've got here. Here's all the Maxwells.
Yeah.
And more like full ass redacted names. Yep. I wonder why. Is it because some of these motherfuckers are
Minors? No, that still shouldn't matter.
I don't even know. Well, some of them maybe. I mean, there's. I don't know. It's so weird.
Les Wexner should be on there too.
Who?
Les Wexner.
Les. Oh.
I see your name.
Leslie Wexner from
Lego.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get there.
He actually gave Epstein one of the islands. He owns one of the others out of the three.
Oh.
Well,
Oh shit. That's right, the Wexlers. I'm not there yet, but I know what you're talking about. That's right.
and they all tell you
John
that he was
Peters.
their financial advisor.
Yeah, John Peters. There's our Process Church of the Final Judgment Connection special guest. John Peters has been on this island, so we'll go ahead and put that in our tattered map conspiracy board. We got John Peters.
Oh my god.
On the flight logs, guys. That kind of goes back to a whole other show we got going on. Whole other creepy scene of fucking conspiracy fucks is on this island, like confirmed on the island. Let's see, anything else? Just Brab. No.
Oh, we're getting to the cues.
Don Rappaport. Thank God it wasn't Michael Rappaport. I like that guy. He's loud, but I like him. The Rothschilds. There we go. Thomas and Noreen Roth. Yeah. Rotherwick. Rose. More Rothschilds. Whoa. Jeffrey Sachs. Some serious.
Saks Fifth Avenue? Who the hell is that?
Yeah, like Saks Fifth Avenue. Yeah, like the Saks. Yeah. There's some money on this fucking island happening, man. It's crazy.
Damn.
Oh, what up, Jay? You about that adrenochrome? Now, I'm very well aware of your line of conspiracy, brother. Welcome. I know I got some friends that protested adrenochrome stuff. So, word, dude. Word. I know all about what you're talking about. To address Jay in the chat.
So, see how some people have like one line and other people have a bunch? Does that mean they've been there more than once?
I think it's multiple flights to and from places because it's a flight log. So it's like,
I can't really see it.
You know what I mean? Like they went from New York to so and so, or we took. You know what I mean? Here's the different flights they took. So everybody should have like 2.
Okay.
But some people has like it's look like they had just one. They flew to the island and took their own shit home or whatever. Or maybe just use a different service to get from wherever to wherever. The Soros family. There's Peter Soros.
Kevin Spacey.
What? Did you see Spacey?
Yeah.
Did I already fuck it up? Where's fucking?
No.
How's the alphabet work? How's the alphabet? Wait,
Right near the
Silverman's.
Go down.
One second. I want to look at the seagulls real quick. I didn't realize I missed like
Woman, where are you at, girl?
the Schusters.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, right there. Kevin Spacey at the bottom.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
He already had allegations way before that.
Yep. He'd been kind of a creep for a long time.
That ruined my life, man. I'm telling you. I really liked him. Did you like him as an actor?
Spacey?
Yeah.
It's hard not to like Spacey, like at his best. You know what I mean? Like I've definitely seen him. He's was an American treasure. You know what I mean? Like definitely a good actor. Like I've seen a lot of shit I like him in. Usual Suspects. Yeah. He's great. Good. The only criticism I really have is somebody who's so good at impressions. He seems to only play Kevin Spacey.
Yep.
Like, you know. No,
I don't know exactly what you mean.
I didn't see a Bill Cosby on here, by the way, to answer Just Pink in the chat, but probably.
Nah, he does his own thing.
Yeah, well, he's probably arrested by the time we're too old to fucking fly. I don't know.
Ivana Trump.
Ivanka, Blaine. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's some Trumps. Robert and Blaine. Yeah.
Chris Tucker. Okay.
Chris Tucker. Fucking knew it. Fucking hate Chris Tucker.
It's a different Chris Tucker.
I hate Chris Tucker.
I'm going with that every time now.
There's a different Chris Tucker. No, I love Chris Tucker, the comedian.
Different Ivana Trump.
I don't know why the fuck Chris Tucker would end up there. And why did he take so many flights? He do from Friday? I love him. I don't fucking hate Chris Tucker. I retract that. I said that because I saw his name on the list and was like, dude, for real?
Walters?
Ooh.
Is she interviewing him? Because...
Ooh. I mean, she did just take the one flight.
Yeah, she probably was like...
I wonder if that's where the beans spilled right there. Barbara Wawa got a hold of it and spilled the beans.
I thought they said Wahlberg. It says Weinberg.
I will not be surprised if we end up with some Wahlbergs.
Hey now.
Hey, I love them.
Boston people are crazy, but we're not into that shit.
It doesn't seem like it, but then I've been surprised by half of the people on this fucking list. I mean, because I don't even think legally we know, like, legally, black and white, we don't know what the fuck Michael Jackson was actually into, and he's on this fucking flight log. That's weird.
Okay, but I love him.
Yeah. I'm still gonna jam Michael Jackson music. Yeah. The Wyatts, they got some hotel money. More House of Lords people.
No Hiltons, huh?
No Hiltons. They don't fuck
They had
with
enough
that.
conspiracy in their life.
Yeah, they don't fuck with that. They're like,
No Kardashians either.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no Kardashians. That's true. They
I've
got
seen
their own
this
shit.
with
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Ooh, who's circled here?
Oh. Yeah, Ghislaine. These are people they're actually calling into shit. Sarah Kellen, Ghislaine Maxwell, Joseph, and Florina Rueda. Joseph Florina Rueda. I don't know who they are.
Oh my goodness.
Beverly Wilshire. Doyle's. These are just places that apparently they'd go.
Coffee shop.
Huh.
I mean,
At the Four Seasons restaurant. Yeah, of course they had the Plaza.
Ritz Carlton.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. This ain't Regis. Okay, okay, so that is the nice hotels they've been at. Ooh, entertainment. I don't reckon what the fuck is any of this shit. Just places to go? Are these clubs? Yeah, these must be clubs. Yeah, the Claremont Club.
Mhm.
Harry's Bar, Foxtrot Oscar. Gotcha.
Sure.
Your banks? Oh, I don't need to know that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Huh. Got the French logs everywhere he goes in France. Island life. Oh shit, Israel. Eek. He always ends up in the motherland, dude. I think he's had some conspiracies back home. Jerry Beck, Anthony Barrett. Huh. Research Buckingham research. What? Research Buckingham.
Eh?
Alan Dershowitz, the attorney, right? Isn't that an attorney?
Ghislaine used submarines? Huh?
Yeah. Oh, Che just watched the beginning of Rush Hour 2 and they talk about sacrificing a goat naked. So, oh yeah, word, Jay. Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't she have a thing going about the ocean and cleaning up the ocean, Ghislaine Maxwell?
Oh. She's trying to clean up the ocean.
What'd that be?
She was trying to do something about the ocean.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
She used to do speeches on it. I've seen something about that where she stands up doing speeches on sea life and.
Huh.
So she's a pedophile with earthly morals.
Robin Leach was on that island, it looks like.
Oh my gosh.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous. Yeah, So he was living that life. Ooh, Senator George Mitchell. And half a homeboy's family. Damn. Newcomb. Damn, dude. More Rockefellers were there. Like, all of the wealth of the fucking world.
Christy wants to know if Kanye West was on there. I didn't see him.
Didn't see a Kanye West. There's Donald Trump.
But that doesn't mean...
Look how many flights are underneath Donald Trump.
I don't think Trump went actually to the island. I think it was Epstein going to the Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, really?
Let's see here. Trump security, Melania.
Debbie, you got good info.
No, he was using him like he was using the Lolita Express like a private plane. Trump. Trump. He was flying his wife on it during campaign and shit, dude. No, he was no like. Trump while there's no proof of him being on the island, he used Epstein as a flight service. For sure. Like, look, Melania, Norma Direct Emergency. So he flew through the Norma stuff on Epstein's plane. Trump security, Mar-a-Lago, Caribbean. AOL.com. Yeah. So no, he flew multiple times. Like if there was a flight delayed, he'd call homeboy and fly Lolita. Excuse me. Sorry, Southwest booked up, he'd fly Lolita. You know what I'm saying? The moment he fucking could is how that reads to me.
Huh.
And there's definitely video evidence of Epstein being at the Mar-a-Lago parties.
Yes. No, they definitely partied together. I mean, again, I'm not saying dude went to the island, but
that's like doctor.
I would look if I had a homeboy with a plane. I'd probably call him the moment my flight was delayed too. But and I won't lie, no questions asked. I don't really, as long as you're not doing it on the plane while I'm there, I don't really give a fuck. Or at least close a door, dude. I don't know. But
if you actually stood inside that plane, for the amount of money that guy had and that island, and
yeah,
was disastrous.
Moskowitz.
It was disgusting. It was horrible. It wasn't even like posh or anything inside. It was like an old plane, a worn-out plane.
Don DeVito, no.
Both just see that at the same time.
We did. No. Oh man.
Chiropractor, my ass.
Ew. Bill.
Oh, he's important, whoever he is.
Yeah.
Holy Moses.
Bill Marinette, dude, got a lot of flights. Oh. They're like UK flights, some of them. Huh. Peters and Peters. Rugs.
I mean,
Switzerland.
Switzerland. I need to go there.
I want to go to Switzerland too. I miss Renz. I don't think I've been up early enough to catch him as easy.
Huh.
But I'm making it happen. I'm streaming earlier in the day now. It's gonna start fucking happening. King Bruce, Bill Richardson, massages in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I don't know, dude. This is the sketchiest of sketchy ass.
Massages in California.
Yeah. All right.
It was like his shtick.
Well, that's the redacted copy I had. Let's update this shit.
And then you're fucked.
Updated 9 minutes ago. Let's see what we got here. A federal prosecutor described Ghislaine Maxwell as a predator who targeted young girls for sexual abuse. I read that before, but served them up to Epstein, a prosecutor said. Okay, so now we just have the headline fucking actually cemented in the prosecutions. Ooh, hold on. We have a more detailed. Let me read this. I want more quotes from the prosecution to give you guys.
Yeah.
Let's see, we've read that one already. Miss Pomerantz on Monday depicted Miss Maxwell as more than just a facilitator of Mr. Epstein's abuse, saying they were partners in crime in addition to bringing girls in as masseuses for Mr. Epstein. Miss Maxwell was sometimes in the room while the abuse took place and sometimes touched the girls herself, Miss Pomerantz said. Behind closed doors, the defendant and Epstein were committing heinous crimes. They were sexually abusing teenage girls. The And the recruitment of the girls for abuse evolved over the course of a decade. In the 1990s, she said Miss Maxwell and Mr. Epstein themselves recruited girls under the guise of mentorship and scholarship opportunities. By the 2000s, Miss Pomerantz said they had devised a pyramid scheme of abuse in which they encouraged girls to recruit other young girls.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
They did. They set up a whole fucking, pyramid scheme. On Monday, Miss Maxwell entered the courtroom without handcuffs, wearing a cream-colored sweater and black pants. About 24 spectators lined the courtroom benches during opening statements. The charges against Miss Maxwell center on 4 accusers who say that she groomed them to be abused by Mr. Epstein between 1994 and 2004, when they were underage. Those accusers, now adults, are expected to testify at trial, some under pseudonyms or with partial names, prosecutors have said.
She's going down.
Yeah. Miss Pomerantz, she really is going to go. I mean, I think it sounds like they've got it. Jay says he did ban him from his resorts. He may have flown once or twice, whatever, but he never liked him and got involved in their pedo game about Jay. I mean, no, he definitely used Epstein as a fucking flight service when his flights were delayed. So, I mean, you can say whatever you want. I just saw the flight log. he flew on the Lolita Express multiple. Yeah, he fly his wife on it. He might say he had a problem with Trump, but he didn't have that big of a problem with Trump.
Die in prison.
Yeah. Yeah, Trump didn't have that big of a problem.
She's going to get so long, she's going to die in prison.
You think she'll actually stay alive in there?
Yeah, not get taken out.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, she'll grow so old, she'll die of old age.
Yeah. Ms. Pomerantz began her opening with the story of one of those accusers identified in court only as Jane, who Ms. Pomerantz said met Mr. Epstein and Miss Maxwell when the couple visited a summer camp for talented children. Jane was 14, Ms. Pomerantz said, and this meeting was the beginning of a nightmare that would last for years. Yeah. Yeah. Miss Maxwell's lawyers have signaled that they will try to undermine the credibility of the accuser's testimony and question the government's motives for bringing the case against Miss Maxwell. Her trial is widely seen as a proxy for the prosecution of Mr. Epstein, which was thwarted when he died in custody in 2019, about a month after his arrest. Yeah.
No, we're not. No.
Miss Oh yeah, sorry. Let me real quick. This is like kind of the end of her opening statement.
I'm sorry, I was just like shocked. I was like, "What?"
Oh no, you're fine. I was too. Ms. Pomerantz suggested a possible motive for Miss Maxwell's participation, noting that as the abuse took place, Miss Maxwell was jet setting in private planes and living a life of extraordinary luxury. The girls, Miss Pomerantz said, were just a means to support her lifestyle, a way of making sure that Epstein, who demanded constant sexual gratification from young girls, remained satisfied. So that's an interesting way to kind of close your prosecution's opening statement, but a good way to do it, I guess. I mean, it sounds like I don't see how you could look at this case and not.
The reason Trump banned Epstein was because he apparently tried it on with his daughter, I think.
Yeah. Well, we saw Ivanka and Ivana were both at that fucking on those planes. Like, they were friends with him. I mean, he was friends with him. He was socialite friends with him. Epstein was. But there's people out there who like to think Trump is some kind of anti-establishment hero, when he was actually a crypto Democrat who was the most damaging thing to the Republican Party to ever happen. To the Republican Party, he was a sleeper agent for the fucking left. I guarantee it. Look what happened to all the zealous right wingers. They are now black vanned or called conspiracy nuts, or he didn't do anything good for that party. But anyway, sorry, I'm gonna go on a Trump rant.
I can't even go there. We had so much shit with his name constantly.
Don't worry, I never liked him anyway.
Well, I didn't necessarily say that, but
I wasn't raised in a gold tower, so I'll probably never support the guy raised in a gold tower. I don't know what his life is like. I definitely don't think he's ever gonna. Oh, sorry. What was that, Debbie?
I knew quite a lot about Donald Trump before he even got elected to be president in the first place.
Yeah.
So, like, I didn't have a very nice opinion of Donald Trump before he was even elected.
Oh, well, no. Well, I mean, look, here's my thing. If anybody is middle class and thinks he's looking out for you, that's a fucking fairy tale, and that's hilarious. He's rich. He was raised in a golden tower. He looks out for wealthy people. He looks out for creatives. I will say that. Like, he's the reason. Like, I like him because of the Music Modernization Act, but I don't like him for everything else he did. So I still don't think he was a successful presidential administration, but...
His father was the leader of the KKK, and his grandfather was a neo-Nazi.
Exactly.
There's a lot of the family.
Well, and he's raised by those people, again, in a golden tower. Like, he's raised in these nice estates. He's raised in wealth. So, I don't know. He's not even able to fathom the kind of problems I have day to day. So, I'm not going to trust him to look out for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not... He don't even know what a price of, like, a gallon of milk costs. Like, I'm not going to... vote for him. I don't, you know, like that's. I didn't vote for him.
If he ever grabbed me by the ass or in between my legs or across my breasts, I would have turned around and punched him, president or not.
I'd smack that tabby cat right off his head. Straight up. I'd turn around and fucking bap that fucking fake ass hair he's got. I'd slap that combed over weave right the fuck out. But yeah, he was a misogynist. I mean, he's from the old school East Coast. I'm famous grabbing by the pussy mentality. That again, it's about this wealthy, like he just even kind of has the rhetoric of a wealthy person. Like I'm not buying it. You might have worked on everyone else or a lot of other people, like poor people who for some reason think you're in their corner, but you're not. He wasn't in your corner. He still isn't. Still could give a fuck less about poor people. Probably still calls poor white people trash. So I just probably wouldn't vote for a president that I feel like would call me trash. So I don't know. I just can't. I can't with that dude. Like, Or with wealthy, I feel the same way about Biden. I'll probably get called white trash. You know, he's old wealth. I don't know anything about.
He's the president that's got a soul.
Yeah. We definitely need just a young president, a president that's. I mean, I wouldn't mind a new party showing up. I like the idea of Andrew Yang making a new party. Do I think it's going to do anything? No, but hopefully it shows us that the potentiality of making a new party that people will take seriously is out there. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you for donating to the super chat. Shit, we're at 30 bones now? Out of 50? Yeah. Yo. $20 more, we'll pull a name and draw some new merch for the raffle. I can't talk today.
That's okay.
It's the second night of Hanukkah, guys, so I'm litty as a titty eating donuts and shit. So, you know, love me for my candor. But but I also don't trust any of the wealth that's in the establishment right now. If you're wealthy as fuck and you're in the establishment, you don't know what the fuck I have going on. You don't know what it's like to be us. Like you don't. Like Bush Sr., when he was in office, I think had cameras on him, went to a grocery store and didn't know what the fuck a UPC machine, like didn't know what they were scanning. He hadn't seen barcodes before.
Huh.
Bitch thought he was in the future. Last time he had gone shopping, there weren't barcodes. So, like, again, imagine being that wealthy. You don't know what it's like for us. Like, I'm not gonna vote for that person or assume they're a fucking hero for my class, because they're not. You know, they never will be. It's not that they don't want to or don't want to try. Even it's that they can't fathom the problems we have, and they're not going to be able to make reasonable solutions for things like the amount of impoverished, starving children we have in this country. The amount of homeless children we have in this country, the amount of children that go into that are trafficked in this country. As you notice, those numbers seem to never really get that much better, only worse. So, yeah, you got to quit voting.
I think it's because there's too many people with too much power that are involved in it all, so they all get away with it.
Exactly. We like to act in America like it's representative, and we voted these people in, but this is generational. This is a class thing. These are people that could afford to get there, or people who were generationally put into it. Just Pink says he stopped Hillary's rigged election. That's all I cared about. No, he didn't. He was the crypto leftist, though. That was what I'm getting at. Like, that's a false flag, if you will. He didn't stop shit. The left still won, homie. Like, you still lost in that situation. It was still rigged. It was still a crypto leftist that destroyed the party. There's no. Oh, what up, Stan Odie? I've missed you, baby. Have you seen the NBA player Enes Kanter calling out LeBron and the Chinese Communist Party? No. But I'm fucking... Okay, so has LeBron been doing deals with China? Is that what's going on here? Because we all know, right, that John Cena did a commercial for social credit in China, which I can't think of a more inhumane thing than social credit. The concept of, like, having a social credit attached to your social media and shit, like that the government looks at and measures you by. Like, could you imagine not getting a job because you have a low social credit score? Because the things you post are taboo or against the grain? That's not allowed there. That's crazy. So if LeBron's working with the Chinese, Stan Odie, I'd come out, I'd probably say something if I was in the NBA. I'd be like, dude, fuck that shit. You don't be of a certain demographic and fucking fight for communism. I'm just saying, I don't know, man. That'd be like, I don't know, like me as a Jew, like I'm a never againer, dude. I'm not putting myself in chains. I'm gonna do my best not to. So
not giving someone a job because of a social credit score sounds like a good way to get your business burned down.
A good way to get your business burned down everywhere in the world but China, who just, again, they just hundreds of thousands of people go missing off their cell phone grid. They don't say shit. We never open a UN fucking humanitarian issue over it. We never say, like, if we do sanction them, shit just, that's where it ends. You know what I mean? Like, we sanction them and it's over. Fucking China's a fucking problem in my opinion. Like that large of a fucking sketchy ass communist nation with it. Also watching what Russia and China did during the Trump campaigns. I don't think I've ever seen so much like obvious like weird trolling. Like I was getting followed by accounts that algorithmically would be someone who's my friend, but they hold these beliefs that are so extreme and wild, and then it turned out to be a bot account. You know what I mean? Like they did stuff like that, and we proved they did stuff like that. And that's election meddling that fucks with our democracy, the illusion of our democracy anyway, because again, I believe that at the end of the day, it's going to come down to a room full of old white dudes, and they're going to do what keeps money in the pockets. But or power or resources, whatever you want to define as wealth, money, I don't know. But Stanoni, let me know more about that. Let me see if I can find any fucking, because if LeBron if he's doing these like social, because like, did you guys, let me see if I can find it real quick. The John sorry, the John Cena social credit commercial. Here it is. Somebody chopped that all the fuck, but anyway, he did a straight up from his cell phone, like a fucking social credit, like a pro social credit commercial. And fuck the concept of the social credit. Like we do it to each other naturally enough that you don't need it to be a government thing. Like we all assign each other social credit. We do it. It's what humans do, right? Like, if you're in the UK and you respect the crown, you have assigned Elizabeth II a majestic level of social credit, right? They are majestic. They have social. You can recognize them. Most people are going to recognize them. And when they do something, people might follow suit, or people might act against. Either way, that's what happens when you have a majestic social level. And we do it to ourselves. We ostracize the people who we fucking don't like. You know what I mean? We as a community, Merc Radio, we've done it. You know, we kick people out. We ban people. Because, like, you know, we've enacted consequences socially. And again, that's in our heads. While we don't call it social credit, it is social credit. Like, we now don't, you have no credit at the show. Like, we're not going to give you the fucking time, you know, like, but I couldn't imagine going to get fucking food stamps or unemployment or a government aid because you're in a crisis and they say, no, that thing you said on Facebook was too spicy. Like, the fuck? Like, that would mean someone like Special Guest, who just for the sake of communication sometimes plays devil's advocate in a way that is taken out of context by a machine. He wouldn't be able to get shit. He wouldn't be able to get a bank loan. He wouldn't be able to start a business. He wouldn't be able to do anything in China.
Yeah, I mean, I made my Facebook private for that reason. I guess when you like go for jobs, like they search your media.
Employers are supposed, in some states, they have to let you know they're going to do that, but there's some states where they can just look at your shit. Like Arkansas, they can just look at your shit and fire you for any reason.
They're like, oh no, she's this, or she doesn't believe in that. Like, we're not hiring. Like, I would never know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've checked people's social media before.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude. Hey, Arkansas, dude, you can check someone's from their asshole to the back of their teeth, not tell them, and then fire them for no reason. It's a free fire state. It's a free fire state. So you can just, if your employer says axe them, they can axe them without giving an excuse, and it's whatever. Yeah, you can just fire somebody.
Hey, Allie Cats.
What up, Allie?
Hey.
Let me throw
I
this
would
up
just
here.
assume everything is online is fair game for everyone for the rest of eternity. I just safely just be safe and assume that, and
Yes.
don't say anything online you wouldn't say to a potential employer, or you wouldn't want your kid to see, or your grandma to see, you know?
Like, what if, like, I don't know, there's a certain circumstance where, like, it looks like you, like, got your kids taken away, or, like, they just assume because they don't know.
Yep.
That stuff's kind of enough. I mean, I don't post a hell of a lot, so.
It sucks, but, you know, that's, like, it's basically act like, you got to think of it, in my opinion, you know, like, just being in digital marketing for as long as I've been in media studies, it's like, I've just watched it for long enough, and I think anybody who's, like, really, you know, a tech, you know, just people that watch this space, it's just becoming, you know, the NSA, everybody's watching it. It's like the government records.
Kind of like what you're saying, though, like they're trying to normalize this idea of like, don't do anything that you wouldn't do out in the public, out in face to face. But here's the thing.
It's a public utility, you know. So
but it's not. It's not. That's my problem. Is it's used as such, and they're normalizing it as such. Our culture is, but we do not government regulate it like a publicly used utility. We do not treat it as such.
For your own
we have
good.
That way. Oh, for sure. Like, well, see, but that's what they're pushing, and that's what I have a problem with, because what this is a channel. If you don't like it, change it. If you don't like my story, write your own.
Right.
That's it. That's the black and white of it, and I'll never stop believing that. And I believe that about anything that somebody commits to fucking film in particular. Again, they're taking away the artistry behind what's going on here and making this a social utility to the lay person, but not regulating it governmentally, just making weird social taboos. And
I'm just saying,
it's wrong. Like, I'd be pissed if somebody did that with movies. Like, if they made it as easy as it is to make music, to make fucking films, which they try.
But getting there.
Yeah, but if they were to make like YouTube something you could just walk in and sit and watch streams in a theater, like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's,
we're not far from that.
Yeah. Well, and you know, it's to put on the person who's making that content the same fucking rules as walking down the fucking street is absurd to me. Like,
it's not rules, it's social norms. So,
yeah,
like,
but yeah, and again,
but
that's and that's why that's why I have a fucking problem with it. That's some Chinese shit. It's some commie gobbledygook. We all do social credit to ourselves. Again, like consequences are consequences, but but they're trying to take away the change the channel. Like they're taking away the change the channel and making everybody these like kind of happiness machines. They're making people these like very guarded and fragile happiness machines, and that's
just move channel.
Well, no, that's exactly what people should do. Like, if they don't like it, yeah.
You can create your own highway.
What? Oh, well, no. I mean, I did. That's all I do.
Right.
That's all I do. Yeah. That's all I do is make my own shit and give myself a platform and give myself. So
you go beyond the gatekeepers, and there will always be those people.
Yeah.
And that's what's so cool.
Yeah, but to again, like to again, I consider myself an artist and a creative. Been doing it a long time. Made more money doing this than other things, and that when I put myself up on a soapbox, I don't when the government comes, like with Facebook, the way Facebook regulates, like it's a fucking public utility. Right? I'm still on it, but the way Facebook regulates like a public utility is fucking wrong. It's fucking wrong.
It's up to them though. It's their business.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But, again, like it's fucking wrong. Like the way they do it and the way they're attaching these social norms. Like this is where this rhetoric of like, we need to act a certain way. I was just telling special guest exactly what you said a year and a half ago. Like in an apartment we were working on, like, hey man, you just need to act on social media. Like, you got to remember people might whoop your ass that way. Well, there were instances where he needed to, like he genuinely needed to tone it down, or he was going to ostracize himself from a lot of people that genuinely care about him. And
like normal sized society, right?
Well,
just like your family, just like it's the same thing. So if you're okay with saying that stuff in front of your grandma, or you're not trying to get a job with Lowe's, like
but it's not the same. It's not. He's not in their parlor. He's not in their house. He's not in their. They're on his Facebook reading his statuses he posted. Like
if he makes
and they can choose not to fire him because of that.
Exactly.
So why is that a problem?
And they can choose to fucking leave. Like again, he could block them. Exactly. Like at the time, I was telling him he needed to correct his behavior and act a certain way, and he doesn't. It's his fucking platform. If he wants to fucking act that way,
well, right? Yeah, he can act however he wants, but he shouldn't be surprised that the person giving him the platform takes it away. It's their business that he's running on.
Right. I see what you guys are. Okay, I see all sides here.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I agree that he should be able to say whatever he wants. I also agree that Facebook can take him off if they don't like it.
Well, no, so for sure. But they need to, again, if it's going to be, they're playing both sides of the fucking, we're a public utility, and the moment they're in front of a fucking governmental board, they're not a public utility.
That's their business. They're going to do everything to CYA, like no matter what business you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, like that's my point. That's where I'm saying they're wrong. Is they're playing both sides of the fucking fence, and it's causing a shit show with like the concept of social media.
Like every business, they're going to go for the jugular because they're a business. Their number one priority is a fiduciary duty to make money to their shareholders. That's their number one fiduciary duty.
It's like a club having a sign outside that's saying they don't want mask, like anyone in without a mask, and or they don't want like anybody in of a certain like thing, like if no MAGA hats allowed. Like that's fine, dude. I'm fine with them not letting any MAGA hat people in there. If you want to wear a MAGA hat,
that's the side. That's the side I'm on. That's the side I'm on. But they are also but the same platform we're talking about doing this is doing things contradictive to that point, forcing the government to try to regulate them as a utility, and forcing in our minds it being a public utility. It's something like Twitter and Facebook should be fucking regulated according to their own rhetoric until they're in front of the government board, and then they're a private business. So like again, it's a government. It's the government's job. At this point,
don't they have like rules though? Like, say you sign up to use something, don't they have like a community standard or something?
Yes, yeah. They all, everywhere has a TOS, but it's the fucking government's job at this point to make them take a fucking stance and make them fucking choose a fucking side, and either stop fucking around with the minds of fucking children, or let it be fucking regulated. Like Facebook in particular, the way that we've proven they've been marketing towards children is fucking dirty.
Yeah, that's a whole different argument than what we were talking about, though.
Well,
Like,
I mean, no, it all ties back, and I think the government needs to put their foot down on Facebook and Twitter in particular, like the way they're fucking with the concepts of social media. Like they need to choose a fucking site, because the moment they're away from the face of the fucking government, they're a whole different fucking talking point. You know what I mean? But the moment they're in front of a fucking governmental committee, it needs to be shut down. No, exactly. But this is why our government shuts that shit down or makes it a utility or forms a surplus off of what they make. Now, you can't form a surplus off of what these media people make. You can't treat it like dairy.
They could tax the advertising more or something, digital ads. Who knows? You know, they could do things.
Yeah, well, the government needs to, again, to make them, you know, realize that what they're doing does have consequences. Like,
and I think that's what they're getting to.
Yeah. Socially, like these things have consequences.
Society, you know, it's societal norms that dictate. You know, we get upset kind of about these things. I'm just saying it's a pattern in history. Always happens with new industry, new business, and people say, "Oh, it's never been this before," but it really, like, just look at. You know, like a public street, you can have a business on the street and you're going to still need to pay taxes, though. So the government's figuring out the internet is kind of like a public utility in a way.
Yeah.
And then each of these businesses in the internet has their own platforms, you know?
Well,
Almost our own company.
It's how it should be. And again, it'd be nice if ideologically they chose a fucking side. These fucking Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg in particular, because they kind of do whatever the fuck they want. Like
Jack Dorsey's about to step down, I guess, today.
He's probably tired of hearing about it, but he got fed up enough they finally banned Trump. Like, but Trump was my my big argument. It says if this is where the president is going to choose to give information, then this needs to be a public utility. If this is where he's going to choose to give press releases, then this needs to be a public utility.
And a circus ringleader, you know, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, but
he's poking the bear.
Yeah, but again, like the fact that these things in people's minds are as essential and as used as your phone service. You know what I'm saying?
Commerce is done today? A lot of it, yeah.
Yeah, and
hey guys,
hey, what up, John? How you doing today?
Listen. I gotta be real fast, so I'm not gonna be able to be here today.
John.
I got a job from a friend of mine at this really kick-ass restaurant, man. Look at this. I'm doing the dishes and stuff. Okay, so I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow. Okay?
Hell yeah, you take her easy, man. Don't work too hard.
Yeah. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Good for you, John.
Hell yeah. Oh, it makes me proud as shit. Fuck yeah. Hey, a special guest take that dish gig in a heartbeat, dude. You got a dish gig near special guest, he'll probably hook you up and do the best dish pit fucking job you'll ever fucking see. Anybody who's ran a kitchen, works in a kitchen.
Dishwasher is clutch.
It's today.
As essential as housekeepers in a hotel. You serve your fucking food on those plates. That's an important fucking job.
And to be fast and efficient at it and to give a shit is such an amazing thing. I love a good dishwasher so much.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. You having a stream issue, special guest? Yeah, I think YouTube's been a little spotty today. I've had some drops on my laptop. I don't know. I'm not having any drops on the back end here, by the way.
Hey, yeah, I was going to say something about that. I don't know if this is the issue, but I was reading about Streamlabs versus just OBS and how Streamlabs takes a whole lot of extra CPU energy.
Yes.
And the fact that they also stole everything from OBS and they're kind of an asshole company. They steal IPs from startups and then market it as their own. And
that's been the accusations, but it sucks they make a better product.
But it sounds like it may not, is what I was reading.
Oh, no, it definitely is.
The reason it's more CPU intensive is because
than necessary for you.
No, it uses more CPU because I need it. I've looked at both. Yeah, it's a better product. They got jacked. OBS sucks, but Streamlabs is solid, man. It's cool as fuck. I wouldn't be able to coordinate.
Gives me problems with Age of Empires 2 and League of Legends. I literally have to go back to Twitch Studio for those, but every other game it works just fine.
Yeah, I see on my other machine, my auxiliary box, like my PC, I can Streamlabs and do a talk show, and that's about it. And then game independently of streaming. But I'm not really a gaming streamer, so just for what I do, this was kind of but you guys will see me choose options like that. Like I'm a Mac user that has Logic Pro X, so people ask me all the time, what's the fucking recording gear should I get? An iMac with Logic Pro X and an interface.
Okay.
That's people are like, but Logic Pro, and I'm like, but it's a good product, industry standard, good product.
The OBS is like the core product, right? And then Streamlabs has all these like kind of what would be plugins, except they come standard on Streamlabs.
Yes,
right?
and there's like a marketplace for them. You can it's really easily integrated.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm impressed about it. I'm nerding out. Well, anyway, the stuff I was reading recently was saying, like, if you're having lag issues recently, it could be because Streamlabs has put in a bunch of junk stuff that you don't necessarily need, and it could be slowing you down and lagging your stream.
It's not on my end though. My shit has been, every time I've had lag issues in the last 2 weeks, it's been crystal clear 60 FPS on this end. Okay. Like my readouts at 60 FPS, my CPU usage meters pulled up, it's fine. Like I haven't even
you know how to do that.
The fans don't even kick on when I'm streaming. Like I don't I don't know. But this computer's a fucking beast. Lux built this and
So it's YouTube lag issues then maybe?
Yeah. Every time I've heard someone say there's issues on YouTube, someone on Twitch says there's not. Or someone pops over to Twitch and says it's way better over here. So I think it's YouTube bandwidth, probably. I don't know.
Could it be them interfacing with Streamlabs? No.
Although when I watch other stuff, it doesn't do that to me. It's only our freaking channel.
Yeah, your channel's the only one that does it for me too.
I mean,
recently.
That or it's YouTube or it's just someone running some crazy ex-girlfriend DDoS nonsense.
No!
Yeah, it could be that. It could be either a crazy ex-girlfriend that left the channel and is upset, or I don't know. I don't think there's anybody who is actually that good at like hacking or trolling though ever involved in the show.
Sorry, you have to deal with my ex-girlfriend like that.
But yeah, no. Sometimes you guys will see it's always sad white males that leave the channel that act extra crazy ex-girlfriend. You'll notice that they can't handle their fragile privilege being shattered that way by being kicked off of a small YouTube channel. They just can't handle it. They don't like it. It hurts them in a bad way.
But they can't chat.
I couldn't imagine being that fragile. I'm someone who has a chronic illness, and I couldn't imagine being that fragile. But it's also not happening to people sometimes outside of I've noticed it's like region. Like sometimes like you East Coast cats will be like, I'm having issues. And then the West Coast cats will be like, I'm not. And then the West Coast cats will be like, this shit is running like shit. And then special guests will be like, it's running like shit. Then the East Coast people like Eric will be like, I'm fine. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's gotta be YouTube. Yeah. It could be too that I changed things up so the stream's monetized now. So it could be that. But I back to kind of the reason for this season, this Ghislaine Maxwell trial, guys.
Yeah, Alley Cats, what you know about that?
Just, I think it's, well, the fact that we can't hear and see what's going on, I think is a lot of white privilege stuff and money talks. And, she's got really good defense team, and there's a lot of famous people whose ass is on the line here and who are in black books. Yeah. So, yeah, makes sense that that's the reason. I think that has a lot to do with why we can't watch and see. And we should have transparency in our courts. It'd be interesting to hear what Jameson would say.
Yeah, exactly. I've been dying for Jameson to pop in. We've got here an update. We've got the article now updated to include the defense attorney